Good morning, everybody, and let me start by introducing myself. My name is Scott Williams. I'm doing this for the second time this morning because I did it without sound just a minute ago. So let's see if this works a little better. I want to first say thank you, everybody, for all the great work. Thank you, Audrey, for putting together such a fun and inspiring event. This has been really a pleasure to watch and to be keeping an eye on up to now. And great work, everybody. I love how everybody's putting their hearts out into this and having a great time, having fun. And the creativity is so nice to see. It's the side of skating that I love best, that really makes it interesting to me and interesting to watch. So great job, and keep it up for not just this event, but throughout your careers. This is a really good start for many of you. I'm going to start by going through the names in order that I saw them presented and adding a score, so giving my score for everybody first, and then going back and discussing each performance a little bit. So let me just do that first, starting with Amber. Amber, I've got a 2, Courtney, 3, Catherine, 4, Tommy, 4, Elisa, 3, Adam, 4, Joel, 4.5, and Shannon, 2. In general, I thought this challenge was really fun. Another different thing, but I like how everybody brought their own perspective to the Fosse style and brought some of their own kind of input into it. So that was great. So let me start with Amber. Amber, I liked the progression through the program. I thought you did a good job with that. And I thought the ending was really nice. Sometimes in the program I thought it needed a little more variety in terms of the skating side of it, the edginess, use as much as you can with your programs. And even though the Fosse style might have, in some sense, you might think of it as limited in certain ways, there's still ways that you want to adapt it to the skating that can make it have a larger vocabulary of movement. So keep that in mind, especially when it comes to the variety of tempo with the quickness in places and the snap and all that. So look for variety, look for the large vocabulary to tell the story with, and be sure to finish each movement. It's not about necessarily, those lines aren't going to all extend forever, but they do need to finish in terms of, find that spot for each thing to really hit its peak. So, but in general, it was really, I like the progression of that. So good job. Courtney, I like the shapes a lot that you created. And that was nice with this style. You did a good job on that side of this style, creating the shapes that make that feel and that mood of the Fosse style. What I didn't quite get was the story that you talked about from the movement. The movement didn't quite tell me that story, but I did like the movement a lot. And one other thought is to make sure that the movement, the choreography, and the presentation are directed towards the audience to the best of your ability, and in this case the audience being the camera, because it makes a lot of difference to that viewer that they feel included in that way. But I like that program and I like those shapes, so keep it up. Catherine, great use of the music. I thought you did a super job with telling the story of the music and the movement, and keeping a continuous thread of this throughout. Your transitions were great. You did a great job with the look and feel throughout the program. It never came down. It was just strong throughout, and you kept it interesting throughout the program. So I really thought that choreographically that was a strong piece and a real cohesive piece. My comment on something to think about would be keep in mind the need to use the space in terms of with speed and temp back and forth. You've got this great ice space You've got the ability to do something that you can't do with dance, which is static movement, and make sure you take advantage of that a lot by varying your speed across the ice, where it's stopped, it's slow, and then it's fast. Vary it a lot to take use of that. But when I looked at that program, I thought that was the type of program, or that choreography made me think this would be really strong in a professional show. If someone was doing something with the Fosse feel and they wanted a good choreographer, I think that would be great. I would love to see also something like that. You do something like that on a group and see how that would turn out coming from you. So something to keep in mind. Let's move on to Tommy. Tommy, very nicely stylized with that number, and really good use of the group and the girls to bring off that style and to make it fun and bring. There's a bit of always comedy. Not comedy, that's the wrong word. I'll take that back. There's a bit of kind of tongue-in-cheek with Fosse, and I think you did a good job with that. And I liked that it was very well balanced. Keep up the energy in the middle, and of course, I know this is a challenge to put it together so quick and make it clean with 3 girls and really get them together, but that's also something to keep in mind. But I've been enjoying your work throughout this this contest, and it's fun to see both you skating and then also the work on other people. You're doing a really good job with all of it, and I enjoyed that piece a lot. Elisa, I was going to say good use of the remix that you chose, and that was fun. You kind of took a little bit different feel, but you made it work. A lot of energy, which was great to see. It was very well performed. And good lines and good use of the shapes and your upper body. Look for variety in terms of the skating side of it to really flesh it out as much as possible. And you did a good job with that. I know you had a limited time and all that, so good job with that. Again, sometimes this type of thing would be neat to see on a group, but I like what you did, and that was good. Let me move on to Adam. Adam, I liked your mirror work. Both the mirror with the camera and then how you mirrored on the ice with your partner in the duet. I really liked the way you told the story through your movement. It was a bit like nice job with that. And for me, what I liked the best about this number was your use of this cool mood. You kept the cool style throughout the piece very, very well, both you and your partner, and that choreography had that thread that it's like you want to find your Rosetta Stone of movement, and you did, and you kept it. So that was very good. It was consistent. It really had a professional feel in that sense, and that theme was there throughout the whole program. The theme of the movement and the style and the coolness. Very good job. So I enjoyed that a lot. Also, great use of the hats. That was really well done. Let me move on to Joel. Joel, I really like the creative approach that you used. Very professional. I was very pleased to see this. This took all the available movement areas and took advantage of it. You had some energy. You took your pacing well. I like the way you used the opening, very creative on the ice, and taking your time to develop that story and that character, and then also developing the use of the full ice surface and the speed and the movement. So this was a well-balanced choreographic piece, and had of course great skaters in there, so that helps, and it really looked well done. I just appreciated the balance of this program, and that it was fun to watch. I didn't know what was going to happen next, so it kept coming as a surprise in a sense, and something that was unfolding rather than me kind of knowing where it was going. So that was great. So I very much enjoyed this piece and the way you put all that together. Great job. Shannon, I wanted to say you got some nice ideas in there. Very nice ideas. And some of them came through. Some of them didn't quite reach their potential, but that was good. Again, look for more vocabulary in terms of the movement, more areas to work within, and especially on the transitions, so that the piece is got a thread of continuity from start to finish, where there's never a point where it's like, okay, stop and then move over here and then, okay, here we start again. Just, we want it to roll through as a continuation. So good job with those ideas, and keep working on those transitions, those connections, and neatening it up a little bit. So that's everybody. Want to say again, thank you very much for Audrey for including me. Great job. This has been a super project that I wish everybody the best of success with as they continue here and then on in your careers. I look to see many great things from all of you. So keep it up. How do you stop?